Hi everyone, Ashlyn Giza YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about the successful pregnancy. Me and my husband went into the hospital on Friday, and we thought we were going in to see something really horrible because we were told by our doctor, my OB, that the pregnancy, according to my HCG levels rising slowly, that it seems like it's not a normal pregnancy, but she wanted to see what was going on, just in case, because of course, like, there can be some weird reasons as to why HCG quant counts are not rising as they should, like doubling. So, just in case it wasn't what she thought, she wanted us to go in, get ultrasound done, and then get a quant count done as well. Well, I went in to get ultrasound. I did get a vaginal ultrasound. I didn't get one on the stomach because usually, I mean, when you're early like I am, 5 to 6 weeks, you don't do it on the stomach, you do a vaginal ultrasound. So they did that. And me and my husband, I shit you not, were like waiting for the worst news ever. We thought that it was an ectopic pregnancy because that's kind of what me and my doctor were talking about. Because a lot of cases, if they're slow rising, it usually directs towards an ectopic pregnancy. But we went in, and when she got the wand in there and everything, she looked around at the fallopian tubes, and there was nothing in the fallopian tubes. She looked in the uterus, and I was just laying there, like, looking up at the ceiling, and my husband, um, was asking her questions. He was like, um, so did I just see a heartbeat? And she wasn't saying anything to us at first. And she said, yeah, I think this is a heartbeat. And here's the little baby right here. I mean, it's so small you can barely see it, but there's the baby, and it does have a heartbeat, and it's reading about 118 beats. So we were really happy because she said it measured like 5 or 6 weeks, 5 weeks and 4 or 6 days, give or take. She didn't really know if it was 5 weeks and 4 days or 5 weeks and 6 days, because it was measuring kind of, I think, in between, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it what it made it be is it made me be a week behind than what we thought. So that means that I ovulated later than what we thought that I ovulated. So it made the numbers, the HCG numbers, make more sense. And I've read all over online, like, not that doctors and people shouldn't go by their HCG quant count like after 6,000 mLs, because after that, I guess that it takes longer for your numbers to double. Like, it can take up to 4 days or more for your levels to double after 6,000. So, I mean, like, my OB was trying to tell me that my pregnancy didn't seem like it was looking like it was normal, but then we go in and we find the baby and the heartbeat, and nothing in the fallopian tubes. And I got like paperwork online stating what the ultrasound was, and it said that I was 5 weeks and 4 to 6 days with an inner uterine pregnancy, which means a pregnancy that's in the uterus. And I read what an intrauterine pregnancy is because I knew that it kind of meant like pregnancy in the uterus, but I wanted to know more in detail, like what else it said about it online, like on Google. And so I researched it and stuff, and it said that those are most of the time viable pregnancies, that they are viable pregnancies, and so they're normal pregnancies. And I also read online that once you find a beating heart, you have less of a chance of a miscarriage. Now, that's not saying that we aren't going to, but I mean, you just have less of a chance, is what it says. So we have a lot of hope, and we've been praying that the baby stays okay and everything turns out okay, because I did that other HCG quant count did come back today, and it still rising. It rose almost 800 more mLs. It rose from 502 or something like that, 6507 to 7,000 41. So 7041. So it went from 6502 to 7041. So it went up by 700 and something. So it went up, but it's still slow rising. But again, what I heard is after 6,000, you don't really want to go by that because it can take up to 4 days or more to double up. So I don't really want to go by what the doctors are saying, because they're trying to say that if it doesn't double up, like, since my numbers weren't doubling up, that it seemed like the pregnancy might not be good or might not be normal. And it's weird to me because I'm not cramping, I'm not bleeding, and everything seems to be normal. And they found the baby, the gestational sac, and the heartbeat and everything, and the yolk sac. It said that on the ultrasound papers too. They found the yolk sac. So it just, yeah, none of it makes sense to me at all. I'm just gonna have to pray a lot, take it easy, and just see what happens. So, but that's kind of, to me, it just sounds like a normal pregnancy. Like every normal person has to kind of watch their pregnancy. Not everybody is 100% guarantee that their pregnancy is going to be okay. So, I mean, I'm kind of in the same spot any other woman is. So I'm trying to keep a lot of hope, but I'm gonna admit I don't really like that the numbers are slow rising, but I don't think I got uh numbers like HCG quant counts for my other son. I don't remember doing that. I remember it was a pandemic, so I remember taking an at-home pregnancy test. It was positive. I remember calling my OB. I remember them telling me they couldn't get me in till 7 weeks. And I told them that I was nervous about that because I was a high risk pregnancy because I had an Esure reversal, tubal reversal. And they still were kind of saying that they had to wait if I had any cramping or bleeding or anything like that before I came in to go to the ER or anything. And so I ended up getting sick, and I think I did get COVID because I had a sore throat, a runny nose, I could barely breathe, and I was sick for like 3 weeks. I was sick for almost a whole month. And I kept calling my doctors, but they were just like, take Tylenol, that's all you can really do, blah, blah. And I got a high fever, like so high, like 101 or and 100, and I was like shivering. So I went in 1 week and they did an ultrasound. They only saw a gestational sac. They didn't see anything else. Um, and then I went in the next time, like a week or week and a half later, and they found a fetal pole with a heartbeat. And I was like about 7 weeks at that time. So then I just wait. Me and my husband were really excited because we found the heartbeat. The baby was there. And then I think when my 7 weeks came, that's when I finally had an appointment with my OB. And they did an ultrasound and they allowed my husband to come in because they made an exception since obviously it was his first child. He never saw an ultrasound before, so they allowed him to come in. So he came in and they saw the baby, our son, who is now almost 3. He saw the baby and everything was fine. And then after that, they did blood work to see if he was like had Down syndrome or any other kind of syndromes that are out there. And they wanted to see what this gender was too. So they did all that and everything came out perfect. He didn't have Down syndrome. He didn't have Jacob's syndrome or any of that stuff. I don't remember the rest. And then of course they asked us if we wanted the gender and we said yeah, and they said a male. So we were over the moon and we were excited, and obviously it was a successful pregnancy and he's going to be 3. But after that, I don't remember any quant counts being done. I don't remember that. And I would remember that because it's a needle going into your arm and you're getting blood drawn. So this one was really odd the way everything went down. I found out I was pregnant. I went to my oncologist, which is my thyroid cancer doctor. She monitors cancer because I'm a thyroid cancer survivor. And we told her about the positive at-home test. She went to do a HCG quant count. It came out 47, which is definitely pregnant, like a week or two pregnant. And then after that, yeah, I came in to do another quant count with my OB, and that's when my first number was 6,302. And then it was supposed to rise like to, I don't know, what would be doubling, like 8,000?
Well, it said like 51%, which would have been like 9,000 something, but
So it would have been like 8 or 9,000, which wouldn't have made sense because that would have made me later in pregnancy than what I'm supposed to be. So this isn't making any sense to me and my husband
mm-hmm.
because it would be, if it doubled over, I'd be like further along in my pregnancy than what I'm supposed to be. So that didn't make sense. So then she wanted to do another one and it didn't double over. Well, it's because I've read all over the internet, you guys, all over. Women, do your research because I'm telling you, these doctors, like, not all of them. I'm not talking about all doctors, but some doctors out there, like, they'll tell you get a DNC. They'll tell you you're probably going to miscarriage, but to me, in my opinion, God always wins and he's the one that decides if you're going to miscarry or you're not. Again, I'm not saying I'm not going to, but I'm just saying, like, they don't know, and neither do you. Like, God's the one that knows. So do your research. Don't make any decisions. Don't do a DNC. Don't probably take any medicines or anything like that unless you're sure that your baby didn't make it. Like if you see that your baby doesn't have a heartbeat. That's my advice. That's my opinion. I'm not a doctor, so that's my disclaimer. Is that how you say it? Disclaimer?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not getting in trouble, but I'm just saying my opinion. Like, don't go out and make a rash decision. So, I don't know what else really to say, but I have these ultrasound pictures, and they're really cute of the baby. So, here's the one. I can't really do that one up close. Here, hold this. Hold it. Okay, I'm going to turn off this flashlight and see if they can see that better. That's not any better. Okay, so right here's an arrow that she made, and then there's the baby right there. And then go to the next picture. So, same kind of picture, but it's right here, if you guys can see. You can't. Sorry, our son's complaining of a sucker, but right here with these small letters say fetal pole. So, which means that's the baby and like the yolk sac and everything's there. So we got 3 ultrasound pictures of the baby. So that was really nice to have, to a reminder that there's a little baby in the uterus growing and stuff like that. So I don't know. We're being optimistic. We're Christians and we believe in God and we believe that He's going to choose whichever way this goes. But so far, the pregnancy is going great. I am tired a little bit. I am, today I've had a little bit, not cramping, but like feeling like my stomach's growing and obviously, and like feeling like my lower back is a little not, I don't want to use the word cramps because I don't want anyone thinking that I'm going to miscarry, but like my back has felt a little off, but I feel like it's because me and my husband and the kids have been out like doing a lot of walking and stuff. And with me being high risk, I should probably be doing more sitting and like more laying. But other than that, I've been feeling fine. So no bleeding, no cramping, none of that. So we'll see, but I wanted to tell you guys the good news. This has been quite the roller coaster this week. The whole pregnancy has been fine, but this week has been like a roller coaster. So I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I will be on with another life topic.